Hello, my guys. Welcome to the channel. Today we are just doing a short video about Rise of the Empire, the territory battle, in the midst of me sending my new computer soon, and also a whole bunch of boxes of Christmas stuff as well, and all like crazy things going on. Plus, really long hair, so I need a haircut too. But we're in the middle of, or near the end now, Phase 6 of Rise of the Empire, and something occurred to me the other day that was really maybe interesting, maybe not at all, which is um, which teams are most useful. Now, everybody talks about Galactic Legends always the most important characters in the game, right? If you have Galactic Legends so and so, level to the top, they're always going to be better. But at the same time, the likes of RotE are not actually that useful in this territory battle, right? Isn't it? They're not great. Now we're about to get Leia. We're in the wave for Leia. We're like 1/3 of the way through Leia, slightly over 1/3 of the way through Leia. So I don't know how good Leia is, to be super clear, but there are just a few teams that really help a lot more than others. I have found in Rise of the Empire. The first one, the First Order, and Kylo Ren, because especially in Dathomir, the ability for Kylo to kill people and they stay dead is unbelievably important. The way that the Night Sisters come back, and if you your team too, come back every 10 turns. This guy, when he kills somebody, they stay in the grave. Full stop. Except for zombie, of course. But there's no revives from Daka. There's no 10-turn countdown, whatever. His middle ability gets rid of the stealth from the acolytes, and he's killing them just generally. They just get deleted completely. And honestly, if you do it right, you can pretty much stay in ultimate pretty much the whole of the fight, because you can just keep going AoE, 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 and if you hit the AoE like that, you get a critical attack, which will generate enough ultimate to just go roll back straight into it the next turn. And if you've got a bunch of friends around you, especially Kylo Ren and Mast, who auto taunts, he'll die quite quickly, but every time obviously the 10 turns because he comes back to life. If he's back alive and taunting, then they'll attack him first, which gives Kylo enough time to get back into the right ultimate phase again very easily. So Kylo Ren, in general, he's a great character because he can siphon, he can get stronger through fights, and in Dathomir especially, he puts people down permanently, which helps so much. Which means, to be honest, he's probably the best Galactic Legend most useful Galactic Legend so far. I find in Rise of the Empire better than Kenobi. I find Kenobi to be less than useful for the most part. The other one who, of course, is very useful is Jabba the Hutt, because Jabba's got two special missions of his own. He's got one on the first planet in neutral territory, one on the second planet neutral territory. Now, what's especially cool about this is I haven't leveled up the Hutt cartel past the requirements for Jabba. Okay, which means by the time you do the second one, you basically have two Hutt cartel members and two random bounty hunters in your team at this point, because he's bounty hunter lead as well as a Hutt cartel lead very technically. Now, he can solo those missions. You just keep hitting basic all the time. Basic, as you may or may not know, generates ultimate charge. I think it tells you that 6% ultimate charge. Plus, it heals the weakest person. Plus, gives him 30% protection. Because he will be the only person alive, he protects himself and heals himself. And of course, if you've made him quite thick, mine's not bad, but you can do better than I do it. Right? He heals himself enough so that they can't do enough damage to get him down any lower than the last time. Plus, of course, when he hits his ultimate, there will be no bargain. You get health and protection back to 100%, which means you just go bring it back up again. Plus, anyone who's still alive as well also does that, which really, 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 really helps, because he can just keep chaining through it. So he on his own can't get through those ultimate missions on his own, doesn't need his friends, they all die off from me all the time, and he just keeps just chucking through with the like basic, ultimate, basic. That's all. Now, when it comes to non-GL teams, because that two GL teams are very useful. Dr. Afra actually not as useful, even though she has a mission of her own, not as useful I found. She keeps dying quite easily. Plus, you need to platoon BT1 and 000 quite a lot. And if you haven't got a guild that has a lot of those, you're going to have no friends for Afra, which makes it more difficult. So I find it to be less useful in general. But of course, I guess the two non-GL teams that would be the most useful for you. The first one is, of course, the Grinding Wizard team, which sucks, right? Grand Inquisitors teams, Inquisitors in general, and not the mods I use with Reaver or anything like that. They're just the mods I leave on him in between matches, in between usefulness, in between the events. But he, of course, enables you to get Reaver, which of course makes him incredibly important and useful. I would also say he also does have utility in the dark side missions. For what is it? I'm forgetting the names of which plants are which now. It's not Dathomir, it's Mustafa and Geonosis. Um, they are useful. They're not brilliant, but they're useful. They do get through some rounds. I've struggled to get through consistently 2 out of 2 for them for those first two, even though they're Relic 7, the whole of the Relic 7 for me. But they do the Reaver mission really well, of course, and they're the only ones who can do it. So, I mean, obviously that makes him important because Reaver is a Galactic Legend killing character. And then the other, this is a funny one I find, the other team I have found to be super useful, the one maybe that all of you should try and level, is the CLS team. That is to say, Commander Luke Skywalker, Raid Han Solo, Chewbacca, normal Chewbacca, C3PO and Chewbacca, and C3PO. That team churns through missions in the neutral territories, especially through Felucia and this is where it's like remembering all the names of all the planets. Felucia and the other planet, or Felucia, I should say, the planet. Um, they have no, and Tatooine, they have no problems at all in these missions. They just straight through. It's a mixture of the ability they have to counterattack, the ability they have to stun with Han Solo, the ability they have to return melee with Han Solo, with Luke, the ability they have to blind and remove buffs with Chewie C3PO, the ability C3PO has to rotate your abilities quicker, plus expose and exposes as well, and confuses, which can stop, of course, taunts and other buffs. And just the general synergy of the team stun, of course, on normal Chewbacca, and of course heal with the guard. And if you get right Han Solo and Luke is the other character who will get the guard, which is great because of course Luke with his call to action of course heals as well. So the whole team with the counterattacks, because they all counterattack every time they get attacked. You know, these people are lobbing grenades at you and stuff like that. You just like attack and pretty much kill them in one turn when you counterattack back. So I have found CLS to be incredibly useful to Relic 7 team to just churn through missions. They've been more successful for me than Ray has, or to be honest, than Jedi Master Kenobi has, quite frankly. Although Kenobi partly is because my Commander Sokotano isn't Relic 7, and I probably should make a Relic 7, so he does lack that. So that's a little bit of a moot point on that. But CLS, if you've got the team, they are probably one of the most useful low effort teams you can get to get high points in this territory battle. Anyway, just a few thoughts from doing the territory battle this time. I was thinking, right, you know what? Luke is actually really easy to churn through missions, and he's actually not that hard to level up, and he's not hard to get the whole team for 7-star, whatever. Whatever that's worth, share with you guys. So hopefully it's interesting, hopefully useful, and I'll see you guys all hopefully with a bit more of a new setup next time.